but it's difficult. Well, I'll give you a good example. About 99, I think, we did a new store in Mount Zion, Illinois, up by Decatur. At the same time, they were adding on, it was a 180,000 square foot store. At the same time, they added 40,000 feet to the existing store, which is on the north end of Decatur. Ours cost less, and we got it done faster. So our 180 cost less than 40, and we were done 2 months sooner. And I can't even remember the dollar numbers now, but I guarantee you'll spend $1 million protecting those customers and keeping them open. Just insane. But maybe they're landlocked. You know, certain places, you know, a new piece of land is the price of a store. I'm sorry?
You always done commercial buildings?
Since I've been in business for myself, yeah. Commercial or institutional or not residential, if that's what you're asking. I've built 2 houses, both for myself. I was over budget and late both times. You know, so yeah, I heard somebody grouch when I said something about home builders. Whoever it was, give me the name of that good one you know, because I got 40 people like know who he is. I mean, it's just, it does seem to be very typical to not worry about the schedule. And that's so foreign to the way I have to do mine. One thing about commercial work too, you're not dealing with anybody's wife, generally, you know, that wants to change it as, oh, that isn't the way I thought that would look, you know. So the commercial user, here's another observation from 30 years of this. Walmart would build no buildings if they could sell that stuff out in the parking lot. And since that doesn't work, then if they could sell it out of a tent, that'd be the next best choice because it's cheap. My point is, all we are is a necessary evil to any business. Okay? Buildings are expensive. And a good example, here, look at this university. Who knows how much money is invested here? You use it 8 hours a day, maybe 10. Not very practical. Walmart runs 24 hours a day. Most manufacturing companies run 24 hours a day. That's why there's a lot of advocates out there that school ought to be year-round. And maintenance, commercial building of pleasant appearance and good quality that's not going to break, wear out quickly. That's the quality part of it. The price part of it is no building at all is best, okay? Schedule. Since I got to have this building and you've given me a low price, then by God, I need it 7 months from now. And honest to God, guys, they don't mean 7 months in one day. If my completion date is, well, I've got one coming up, November 18th. If we don't give that store, on the 18th, there's going to be about 30 Wal-Mart semis show up there. Now, I've never had that happen to me, but no. When I don't know, what are you guys, 20, 22 years old maybe? I didn't know that when I was your age. I am really a believer in a contract, and I think my dad taught me that, and his dad probably taught him. It's like the old thing around here, if you give your word, you got to do it. Well, we have agreed to build, they gave us a set of plans, we're going to build that, and we're going to have it done on this day, and they're going to give me $14 million to do it. And we both got to hold up our part of that. And I'll tell you, you know, to avoid it. Now, we've had jobs where, I remember one year we were building one in Carbondale. I spent 3 years down there. Didn't have 2 inches of snow the whole time. We got 2 10-inch snowfalls in 3 days. And even Wal-Mart says, well, look, guys, you know, you got to shut down here. We're going to give you a 2-week extension. But you don't ask for them. That's just the easiest answer is no. But they're realistic sometimes. And if they know it soon enough, then the 30 trucks don't show up. But the problem you get into is those 30 trucks are supposed to come there, unload in 48 hours, and be at some other new job site a week later. And if they're sitting on mine, they're mad, you know. It's a good thing to learn. Doesn't have anything to do with college. You just, if you make commitments, you got to live up to them. And we've managed to do it 100 and some times, you know. So
what's the penalty for being late?
You don't get a bill anymore. Actually, they do have, that's the worst penalty. Actually, in the contract it says if we're early we get $1,500 a day. If we're late, we give them $1,000. But think about this. They'll do about $1 million a week out of those stores. And you know, this is all public information. They make about 8% on that. So that's $80,000 a week profit. $1,000 a day really doesn't make up for it, does it? That's just got to have something. And I have to admit, I've never collected a bonus either. So, although I did get one from Lowe's once for being done early. But the big penalty. Oh, you know, I suppose you could get away with being late once if it wasn't insane. But I'm postponing my one free one as long as I can. So there's a few things you just don't do. You don't let somebody get killed on your job site. I mean, one of our competitors was using the same electrical contractor we were, and this is recent, last 2 months. Pulled the crew off our job because they were behind on one in Bloomington, Indiana, sent them down there, electrocuted 5 guys. Because they were behind, the general contractor would not let them shut the power down. They wanted to hook it up hot. Some tool fell into the 440 volts. Only one of them died, but I mean, there's just no, how are you going to explain that to somebody's family? Well, we were too busy to turn the power off. Yeah. So.
So a store that bids $10 million, how much does that need?
Oh.
Have to pay all your subcontractors.
Yeah. Well, that's on extra work. We get 10%. That's something else I want to talk to you about. But to answer your question, you know, that's kind of privileged. But my company will run anywhere 6 to 8% net before taxes. That's after paying the overhead. I kind of forgot about when I was running through before. Change orders. Here's something, and Dr. Wahby and I always differ on this. You guys are or will be taught you never do a change order without paperwork. And I'm here to tell you, if you take that position, that 7-month Walmart will take you 3 years.